Your hand is incredible, Georgi. I couldn't do anything with your hand. This is what Devon said after the match to Georgi Svetkov. So finally the match is over, the hype is over, and the result was a dominant 6-0 win for Devon No Limits LARRATT. Right now Gennady is out and Levan is out. Devon is literally untouchable. But all of the rounds looked exactly the same. Georgi Svetkov went sideways inside the straps. He cracked Devon's wrist open. Devon's facial expressions changed as his hand opened and his wrist went back, but it never opened more than that. Georgi was never close to the pin. In the first round, he got the closest, and that too was at least 3-4 inches above the pad. So that's all Georgi Svetkov could do. After tiring Georgi out for like 30-40 seconds, Devon was able to get his shoulder behind his hand, and then Georgi immediately quit because he didn't have anything for him. In round 1, Devon was really bullying Georgi in the setup. He was talking trash, and maybe Georgi was feeling intimidated, but it didn't reflect in his performance. Devon is the master at mind games. He just literally talks you out of confidence in the first round itself. After that, Devon stopped trying to take any advantage at all. He was even willing to start at a disadvantage. But the way the rounds went didn't change. Even in the second round, Devon's hand was opening up. His wrist was going back. But Georgi's wrist stayed flat, or maybe slightly, just negligibly bent back throughout the match. But Devon's pronation was always intact. His pronation never went away. Georgi was never able to turn him palm up like this. So second round, once again, Devon waited for like 20-30 seconds, brought him back to the table, got behind his shoulder, Georgi quit. So Georgi Svetkov literally quit 5 times in a row. And the practice poll that we just saw about couple of hours ago, we clearly saw that Georgi didn't have any advantage, and no, as he was saying, he did not destroy Devon's hand and wrist. Probably he was just saying that just to hype up the match. It was clear from that practice poll that even Georgi knew he couldn't get a single pin over Devon LARRATT, and that's exactly what happened in that match. So after the match was won by Devon 4-0 in a pretty dominant fashion. I was kind of expecting Georgi to not come back to the table, to quit after that, because I mean, what's the point in continuing to pull when you know, the referees know, the fans know that you're going to lift your elbow, you're going to drag your elbow off the back of the pad, even after Devon is saying that please don't do that, and you're going to do that. So there was literally no point in pulling. But the hand, man, it stays intact. The fact that Georgi has never lost his wrist, it stays intact, and you have to respect him for that. Even after the guy is trained, even after he's exhausted, his wrist, I don't know what's there. Maybe we need to get his wrist checked if there is a metal rod or something fixed there. I'm just kidding. It just simply does not go back. So Georgi Svetkov versus Devon LARRATT. Georgi is still far away, I'll say, from the #1 spot in the world, but looking at how he pulled against Devon, it's literally possible that he's going to take Hermes Gasparini's hand as well. That match can be exciting. I think now we can see Devon versus Vitaly and Hermes versus Georgi. These matches can still happen. We'll see what happens. So in the post-match victory speech, Devon obviously called out Levan Saginashvili. He said that everyone knows that you cannot call yourself the #1 arm wrestler in the world until you defeat Levan. But he warned Levan that if Devon is 3% stronger and Levan is 3% weaker, then he's going to destroy Levan. And even if Levan isn't 3% weaker, he's probably still going to destroy Levan. We all know that the match is going to be closer than the previous one. But how close? Can Devon get the win? We'll know next year. So thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.